right? So I have a destination for it. I already know who I'm going to give it to because I know who needs it. But I want to know, why did you give it to me? What are you hoping would happen with this seed that you're giving me? Right? So that's the first thing I need you to do, because I got some slides. I don't need you to waste my slides.
It's NK1 Show. What up, you people? Guys, we are very sorry. I don't know what the problem is, because the guest is trying to send a request, but it's not coming through this side. So we just giving it a try again.
I'm saying that's the same thing happening in your life. You're just not getting it.
We're hoping this time it will come through, because really and truly we don't know what's a problem, guys. We really don't know what's a problem. It's 9:30 now and we haven't started.
Then we got commensalism. That's the group that we give to. They're not bad people. They don't take, but they don't do nothing. That's the worst group. They just
do
they don't do nothing. They have absolutely nothing to give you. Now they're not bad people. They don't mess nothing up. They just don't do nothing. They just like your car.
Just waiting on a guest
the
now.
whole time. It's terrible. It's wasted energy, wasted gas. It's just a
Give
waste.
it another try.
What you want is mutualism.
Mutualism.
That every relationship brings something. Good. How many of you are in relationships where it's like a lot of parasites? Let me just see your hands. I need to know who I'm talking to.
Okay.
It's a lot of parasites. Just take.
There's a request
Good. How
coming
many
through.
of you are in relationships where really it's 51-49? It's like you giving 51, you giving 49. They fight you. They giving 51 and you giving 49. How many relationships do we have that?
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
Baba. Hey, please. Angiyazi mina lento. Angiyazi lento.
Izinto zabelungu.
Angiyazi lento mfethu. Impela usathana unamanga.
Hayi, devil is a liar, mfowethu. Khamba kahle.
No, 100% mfethu.
Yeah, hey, sekumosheke nesikhathi, kodwa ke vele it's 9:30.
Mfethu.
Yeah, we still got time. Sisengayiqhubeka ne-interview yethu. We still got time, and people are coming in. People are still coming in. I can see people are still coming in. So mfowethu, uyaphila?
100% mfethu. 100%.
Yeah, ngathi nje ungayithi nje kancane ikhamera ukuze sizokwazi ukuthi sikubone number 1. I guess abantu bakhulume nomuntu abambonayo. So my brother, before we start our interview, I would like you ukuthi mhlambe introduce yourself, uzisho ukuthi ubani, abantu bazi ukuthi sikhuluma uBongani ubani, and then maybe we can start our interview.
Okay, thanks very much, my brother, for the opportunity. Ngiphinde ngixolise ngalama glitches la, but things like this yenzeka, siyafunda ukuthi should uyomela ukuthi next time test maybe probably 10-15 minutes early before we start. However, siyawuphusha lo mshikashika to our entrepreneurs or like-minded people. They don't give up. So basically 25-30 minutes late, we never gave up, and then eventually we are in. Yeah, so Bongani Mthembu.
We are here.
Yeah, I've got 2 beautiful daughters, 15 and 6, and I've got a wife. I'm married, and umfana nje wakhulela elokishini eKasemlazi, and then basically a simple guy, and by interacting with people, and I'm a believer, I'm a child of God, and I fear God, nothing else besides God, and I always pray for your wisdom, and protection, and I think nala sikhona manje, it's because of His grace. Sisaphila bafile o COVID naba no third wave, but we believe ukuthi ngomusa uNkulunkulu umuntu usazophila, not because ukuthi uhlakaniphile uyazi, but by His grace. Yeah, and I'm an investor, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an open-minded person. I like opportunities, I'm sick and tired of 9 to 4, 9 to 5, whatever you want to call it. Basically, that's the biggest scam in the earth. So only if I could actually turn back the hands of time and just go back maybe 15 years back, and then and think and actually have the opportunities I have now. One wise man asked Umbuzo Uti, what would you choose? 100 billion US dollars if you were to be given at the age of 90, or the opportunity at the age of 90 ukuthi le information onayo wayazi like usaneminyaka ewu-20. And you know that's a question of which one needs to think very carefully. So, you know, a normal, ordinary person will say, no, definitely I want to have that 100 billion USD. Not to realize probably you have a day to live, or you have a month, or you have a year to live. But really the wealth of knowledge, because we're twin imagine, but there's wealth of knowledge. Take manje an entrepreneur. Umuntu, for example, Tati Kesha, like your Warren Buffett, you know, your Bill Gates. These guys have got a wealth of knowledge. Only if they could buy time, they could actually go back in the early 20s. But unfortunately, you cannot buy time. They are super wealthy, but they know their time on earth is very limited.
What a powerful introduction. Thank you very much, my brother. Shout out to people who are coming in back. I can see Tembekazi, I can see Nokolo, I can see Tembiso, I can see Snow, I can see Lungelo, I can see my leadership, Nontle, Ndlovu. Thank you very much, guys, for coming back and for ukuthi nisibekezelele niyazazi izinto zabelungu, but you're still here, guys. Today we are talking about fourth industrial revolution. A lot of people abanalo ulwazi ngalento sokhuluma ngayo namhlanje, but today, guys, nizolala seninolwazi ukuthi kahle kahle what is fourth industrial revolution. Our brother Bongani introducile, he will share with us a knowledge of the fourth industrial revolution. Guys, I've always said this, we need to, all of us, and we need to know how can we beat the system, guys, because the future is bright, but only for those who are prepared. But how can we prepare ourselves if we don't know what we are going to? My brother, fourth industrial revolution, unabantu abangaya sikhuluma ngani, mhlambe ungasichazela nje before sikubuze nje imibuzo embalo, ungasichazela nje kuqala ukuthi yini i-fourth industrial revolution.
My brother, thanks again once again for the opportunity. I think first in the simplest term, I would say it's artificial intelligence. That is fourth industrial revolution. It's artificial intelligence. So basically, it's an ongoing change from the traditional ways of doing things to transitioning to the modern and smart technology ways of doing things. Sibuga and technology, Sibuga your computers, your robots, your machines, and so forth. So basically, it's the transition from the traditional way of doing things into the modern and smart technology. Example, wow. maybe if I can just make an example, my brother. Look at, for example, McDonald's. McDonald's, when you enter a McDonald's, there's a robot, man, where you can place an order and get your order. So that on its own, it's technology, and it's a smart way of actually convenience to our customers, because we hate our shoes and so forth. But also there is good and the bad side of it.
Wow. Wonderful. Thank you very much for the information. Guys, I hope everyone is listening. Kahle kahle la sikhuluma ngenguquko eyenzakalayo emhlabeni. Since siphila siyabona ukuthi izinto ziyashintsha, umhlaba uya ngokushintsha. I-technology is taking over everything, guys. Technology is taking over. But konke lokho sizokukhuluma nomfowethu. My brother, I can mhlawumbe uyabona igama liqala ngenamba fourth industrial revolution. That means there was a first, there was a second, there was a third, and then since manje 20th century we fourth industrial. So maybe awuchazele ukuthi isukaphi, because if there is a fourth, I'm sure there's third, second, and the first.
No, definitely.
Eqale nje kwayo ukuthi umsuka wayo i-industrial revolution isukaphi and yini inomthelela muni.
Thanks for the end of this, for your question, yeah. My brother, it's so amazing because in the first IR, first industrial revolution, actually started in England, and it was amazing to many because research says if you look at England is very small, but many thought maybe the fourth industrial revolution actually starts from big population countries like your China, like your India, but it actually started in England, So that on its own, it shows it goes way back, because if you look at the first industrial revolution, you're looking at the old way of doing things. For example, imkhumbi ihamba ngamalahle, polluter, these diesel trucks. Lawa keeping to temnyama, itimele bezama guzu. Now we're looking at electrified what you call these trains. You're looking at trains like now. Currently, we look at speed trains. Yini ibani kona le train le yala ibani le Gautrain, exactly, my brother. Gautrain is new to us because it was introduced in the Skatsani, the Skatso World Cup, COP17 and so forth, 2011. But Gautrain in a way, go Europe, these bullet trains have been there for years, for decades. But it was only new to us. South Africa. But if fourth industrial revolution, my brother, it's something that we've been using for years. Example, if you go onto your smartphone manje, usebenzisa Google Map to understand or to track land or traffic on the road. You are driving, you want to track traffic on the road. That's on its own. You are already besebenzisa yona artificial technology. Why? Because what feeds data, what feeds information to your Google Map, traffic, it's the very same artificial technology. And for example, travel some of the roads, especially accident ahead, airport, airport. So basically it's also called artificial information, artificial technology. So basically from the first revolution, the picture has drastically changed from the first IR to now. And we know it's popular for the industrial revolution, so forth and so forth, but it's just the start. It's a beginning of I would say the industrial revolution, because azange sizwe ngedead ayizange ikhulunywe ngayo, but fourth it's like it's the thing. E5 is already knocking in the door. E6 is already, in fact, just on the other side of the door. So already appetite why fourth nama benefits ayo nama disadvantages ayo for So for example, my brother, if you to look at like your Apple map, you're looking at navigating through traffic itself. But those are sort of like what you call artificial technology. Netflix, for example, Netflix is using artificial technology to understand ukuthi it demand eningi Netflix the customers looking at the geographical zone. So artificial information is there. But we already been with fourth industrial revolution, but I got sink it in. And finally sinke kuthina ngoba whether we like it or not, into ekhona iqhamuka nokubi, iqhamuka nokuhle. Yayibona. So finally sibheke sibalansise. But the problem is, unfortunately, in developing countries, or to be precise, as South Africa, the skills are very, very minimum. Our worker skills to actually implement it in SA. So it becomes a problem. For example, our educational system on its own is a problem because it's so outdated. It is designed, our current education is actually designed for the second IR, but we are on the fourth IR. Why do I say that? Buga, for example, the developed countries, the educational system. Typical example, in fact, ISIM. We need to take off our heads for Zimbabwe. Education system, many of us know, in the room now, would say basically it's advanced than most of the African continent countries. So the artificial intelligence, my brother, it comes with big negatives and huge positives as well.
So, my brother, maybe if I can ask you, Uguti, ngoba uthi kwezemfundo we are behind. We are still operating on a second industrial revolution. Le fourth industrial revolution loguquko lolu ngabe ngathini luneyindawo noma lunamazwe la operator khona kuphela noma into ekumele yenzeke umhlaba wonke jikelele, because if you can see like South Africa, we are not fully on fourth industrial revolution, because what we are talking about is something that started in 2000. But most of the things are being revealed manje, like South Africa, and like ezinye izinto imabe iqala manje usibona ukuthi okay, now we're on a fourth industrial revolution. Where else if fourth industrial revolution iyaqala ngo-2000, then why in our country we are still behind? Mhlambe mawunalo ulwazi ukuthi yini imbangela yenza ukuthi eyethi i-country South Africa ibe behind, because it's been like 21 years manje i-operator i-4IR.
My brother, brilliant question. It's so unfortunate because the developed countries, you remember, G8 countries, and so forth and so forth. The powers be, unfortunately, when they make decision, I would say, how can I call it? Certain countries, like BRICS, for example. Thina sahlanga i-BRICS ngathini sasiqala no khona G8 or G20 and so forth. There are certain people that decide who they wanna bafuna ukuhweba nobani, who they wanna do business with. I'm talking about countries, the powers be, and in the enzakalayo, technology from the developed countries, they decide in developing countries, if they have an interest in a particular country, for example, let's say they have a particular interest in South Africa, Angola, and Nigeria. They would want to introduce a technology that will make it trade easy between country to country.
All right.
Because if you look at, for example, the issue of fourth industrial revolution, in fact, the industrial revolution, I would say, dilemma. What's called this? It's a reason we are given of efficiency and economical growth for the countries. So if sifuna ukuhweba ne-Russia, sifuna ukuhweba ne-England, we need to be efficient and economical growth. So kuze kwazi ukuthi kuwebeke izinto zenzeke, there are things efanele zibe khona. Like how, for example, you're looking at, for example, when I'm there to means of transactions. Means of transactions, example, do we accept our companies accepting Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency powerful, your Ethereum or whatever the case may be? Africa, manje, we only talking about a Bitcoin now. We only, most of our Pick and Pay afford, they're accepting a Bitcoin now. But in developing countries, Bitcoin, a decade ago. It was implemented long time ago. So there are things that we need to understand. We, as a country or as a continent, we need to change towards in order to be an efficiency in terms of trading, because countries are in a business. Country to country are in the business of trading. Basically, it's all about trading. Maybe the powers be, it's all about trading, it's all about the economical growth and so forth. And it's also important as well to speak to also consult with the biggest sectors, of which it's the working unions. Your unions like your COSATU, like your SEPAU, your NUM, your SAMU. Especially why you mention these ones, because these ones are with sector where they're gonna be highly impacted. Because energy, basically these unions are more in the energy sector or manufacturing sector, and the IR. Or the international, artificial intelligence, it's more gonna affect those industries. Yes,
ngiyakuzwa mfethu, ayicha uzanayo nje usasindlalela kamnandi manje. Mfowethu, yini into enhle ngaloguquko lo, yini into enhle nje ngaloguquko lizosiza apho umphakathi wase South Africa?
Good question, in fact. It's so unfortunate because izosiza because technology will be there. Sizobanati on par with other countries that are trading, as I've mentioned before. It's all about trading. It's all about trade. It's all about business. All about transaction. More investors come to Africa, or more investors precisely come to South Africa. They want to come to a conducive environment, a workable environment. They want to come and invest and make money and make business and then in terms of trading and maneuvering their profits and so forth, it must be easy for them. That's why, okay, back to your question, being as a Nabia cool out of your question, for example, if you look at in cases whereby we're looking at the health sector, it's technology in the health sector, avoiding these long queues. But they're standing in long queues, building the medication but they're standing in long queues, home affairs, long queues. Basically, where people are long queues. And Leon, though it's not efficient, as you rightfully said, we're in the 20th century, man. 21st century. So these long queues, especially now, Jobas experience of COVID. There must be efficiency. We are getting home affairs within 15 minutes. You are done. You are gone, because Umuntu has other things. We are getting clinic within few minutes. You are gone. Switch for the medication. because you're not coming to consult uzobona udokotela owazi yabona. Sometimes kuba ne-connection ema-clinic kumuntu ozo-collect i-medication and it's not supposed to be yabona. So ingathini i-fourth industrial revolution should come with technology or means azokwenza ukuthi impilo ibe lula in the health sector, especially in the public sector where you find long queues. You're talking about khona abantu namhlanje they cannot afford the artificial leg or artificial hand or whatever the case may be. Bayaphila but lezinto super expensive. If fourth industrial revolution, if not fifth, it will actually come nokuthi abantu bakwazi access these kind of things.
Exactly.
So
no, kubeka my brother.
Yeah. So benefits are there. Benefits are there. Are there in a sense of what izosivula amehlo, and it will keep us in par with other countries. Not only big business they will be able to trade, but even us, ordinary people, entrepreneurs, investors, will be able to see. We also see other opportunities overseas. And also decide to invest, or also decide to create some sort of relationship with other entrepreneurs overseas. For example, look at Zoom saqala nge-Skype, if I'm not mistaken, but probably there was something before Skype. Zoom was a duma ngazuthi wona kuphela ofikile kanti uSkype was there before. Kono Teams man. So technology always advance at all times, but also looking at the negative impacts as well of the very same technology we're talking about. You're looking at issues of robots, reduction of employment, and robots, reduction of employment. That on its own becomes a problem, because I think, my brother, there's a lot of awareness at finally NZ, not only in South Africa, but I think globally, especially in developing countries. Koni awareness at finally NZ, what is fourth industrial revolution, or what is fifth industrial revolution? What are these revolutions coming with? The negative and the positives. So people abantu bayazi into bangayisabi ngoba bezwa big words yabona akhulunywa o President Ramaphosa and these other big international guys yabona, because Ramaphosa, they started talking about it years back, but bakhuluma ngayo bayikhela phezulu. Akekho umuntu ochaza in details ukuthi what does fourth industrial revolution or artificial technology means to an ordinary person ohlala elokishini, ohlala emakhaya. What does it mean to them? Umuntu osebenza kwi-factory, owenza general work. Ichaza ukuthini leyo nto kuyena? Izom affecta kanjani? Uzo benefita kanjani? That's what actually should be happening kanjani yabona.
Exactly. Wayichaza kahle mfowethu, wayichaza kahle. I don't think there will be any better answer kunale osishilo manje. Like, you are breaking down each and every word of a fourth industrial revolution. I hope people are understanding now, are having a clue ukuthi masikhuluma nge-4 AR suke sikhuluma ngani. Well mfethu, while usakhuluma ngobuhle bayo, asike siphinde sizokhala ukuthi izosilimaza kanjani ke-fourth industrial revolution.
My brother, nayi imisebenzi, nayi general work, for example. Mhlambe umshini, sichaze ngenkampani nge-advertise, kodwa ngenza i-practical example. Okay la ukuthi advertise. Asithatha uToyota, for example. uToyota like prospecting or DeFi or whatever company you wanna think of. Khona abantu ekuthiwa bama kuthiwa yini 2 line. Angazi ngisebenza kodwa ngiyengizwa abantu bekhuluma ukuthi line yabo umshini impela robots belisiphushela. Bakhe imoto ngithi.
Sure.
Manje kulayini mekade unabantu abawu4. ama-robots angenayo manje probably asezodinga umuntu oyedwa. Kuzongena i-robot elilodwa li-replace abantu abawu-4 or abantu abawu-5. Shuthi lo yedwa uzobe sebenzisa the human element, because we look at ama-robots awasense awafeel awenzi lutho, yabona, enza lento le program yokuthi ayenze. But mase kufaka kube khona umuntu behind i-robots, lo behind the robots wenze njani, uyaliprograma, yabona. So i-robot selithatha umsebenzi abantu abawu-4. That is a disadvantage. Nangu typical example ade ngikhuluma ngaye manje previously uMcDonald ukuthi already khona umshini lapha. It's an indication ukuthi khona la siyakhona. Basakhona abafowethu nosisi abasasebenza khona eMcDonald. Kwenziwela ukuthi kungabi ne sudden change ukuthi bekhona istaff sabantu abawu-15 in a shift, all of a sudden sekhona istaff sabantu abawu-8. Why? Because wonke umuntu uzovela abambe ikhanda athi awu, yayibona. But sebewubekile umshini, njengoba bewubekile umshini, it's an introduction yokuthi na into engenayo izo-replace ubani nobani abasitsheni, but fanele sicabange nathi ukuthi no, should na into esingqongqoza manje, yabona. So ama-impact mfethu ayo mfethu i-artificial technology le izosilimaza yinhle to entrepreneurs, for example. Yabo mfethu to learn to be a path with other entrepreneurs and investors mfethu. Sina we hungry, we are young, but we mustn't only think about ourselves. Esokwazi ukuthi senze njani si-adapt easily. Let us think about oma bethu, ogogo bethu, omkhulu bethu, obaba bethu, other people abahlala emakhaya abanga-understand ngale ndaba le technology. Ukuthi bona, how would they survive? Me ukuthi la besebenza khona uyaphela umsebenzi. Muphela umsebenzi. What does this person know about network marketing? Example, network marketing. The most paying industry globally in the world. Network marketing example. So it becomes a problem abantu abaningi, they will be left behind. Khona abantu abazokwazi uku-adapt easily, but baningi abantu esobashiya ngemove. Then how do we make sure we don't leave anyone behind? But the 4th industrial revolution or 5th or 6th, whatever the case may be, we are moving with people. We are moving together. Abeka abantu esibashiya ngemove. First and foremost, in fact, probably maybe mhlambe ngayisho lento at the end ukuthi mhlambe as amanye ama-thoughts engibe nawo ukuthi probably lento ifakwe into the curriculum at a very, very early age. Introduce a curriculum, and then kids must adapt to it. If push comes to shove, from a primary level, and then high school level and varsity level, bakwazi ukuthi ingane zikwazi ukulokhuza zibe ne-understanding ukuthi what are we talking about. Currently, building it in our educational curriculum for young generation to understand what is this artificial intelligence. For example, some varsities like your UJ, University of Johannesburg, has actually dived in it already. Has actually dived in it, because we're looking at Vice Chancellor Wakona, Professor Chilidzi. Professor Chilidzi, he's got a PhD. Chilidzi, Chilidzi, he's got a PhD. The PhD is engineer with artificial intelligence. Where did he study that? Well, he studied in the University of Cambridge. So he's clued up. Why UJ is diving into it? Because i-vice chancellor yakhona is looking ahead. Ubuka lapha.
Yeah.
Already skills are being created lab. You remember I said previously ukuthi the shortness of skills of ukuthi ku implementwe artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So now if UJ as a varsity is already diving in, slowly but surely other universities as well will also, your VITS, your UKZN, and so forth and so forth. They will also dive in and also look at this as an opportunity and also look at it as something that they really need to go into. But it shouldn't start as an university. It should actually start lapha primary. Utadwam nje lona 6 lapha nje ka grade 1 la ka grade R la icon. Sorry, ka grade R, yes. La icon lapha. No, what grade 1? Grade R. About grade R.
I mine are 6 years. I'm sure what grade 1.
What grade 1? So the yes, ngabucabana na manje baba wangibuyisela grade R manje. Yeah. So whenever to fiber lapha ba understand kungakhulunywa over the above their heads, but kukhulunywa nje your robots ukuthi robots ikwazi ukwenza izinto ezingaka. Replacing so many people in such a way they understand. Mase ifika in a primary level, they understand. High school level, say they understand alabantu. But befika a varsity, these people are like they already have the actual vision and understand fully what are we talking about, Miss Kuluma and artificial intelligence.
Wow, that is very great. That is very great, my brother. On what you are saying now, I've always said this, man, khuluma nabantu ukuthi why kunento oyikhulume in your introduction usaqala about E4IR that in South Africa educational system yakhona it's very behind. I think last week I was talking with someone ngikhuluma ukuthi why in South Africa we have grade 1 to grade 12. And then from grade 12, after grade 12, you have to study 4 years. And then after 4 years, and then you have to have 3 years of experience. And then when you look at countries like China, countries like USA, countries like India, countries like German, countries like Italy, and you name all those like developed countries. Those countries, it's very rare where you can find grades. These countries, the more schools they have is those technical. I don't know whether it's called technical or what technical schools.
It's more technical tech school. Yeah, tech school. Whereby yes, where
those schools. Exactly. So lana tina sibambezelwa ngalo 12 years. Ukuthi sifunde like ama language. Yes, ama language are very important. Sifunde oma history, all these things lezi esizenzayo for 12 years. At the end of the day, these things they help us with nothing. When you go to China ingane ibuka isancane ukuthi okay lo ukhula ethanda udlalani. Makubonakala ethanda imoto. Ukubona ingane emayincane size sithethe isingane idlala imoto uthi uyayibona siyayibulala siyayibheka ifuna ukubona ngaphakathi ukuthi khonani. China they take leyo nto very positive in such a way that babona ukuthi okay le ngane ingaba engineer. Ithi ngene esikoleni grade 1 grade 2 ifunda language eChina, okay, this and that, ifunda math, ifunda technology, ifunda science, because already isibonakela ukuthi lo unayo potential ukuthi abe engineer. Ingane encane mayibonakala ihlezi idlala unodoli, inakekela unodoli noma uTeddy Bear, ithathwa isencane kuthi okay lo engakhona ukuba udokotela because unayo leyo care, yabo. Kuthatha from ekubukweni idlala ngonodoli and then ingane ithatha iyofundisa izifundo isancane sanjalo izifundo eziqondene nokuba udokotela, yabo. Ingane mayidlala ngesibhamu ibona ngathi lo uzobe isosha ke lo. That is why, my brother, in other countries they have passionate soldiers, not like us, like South Africa. Like South Africa, some social so out there they have people who have a passion protect Israel. Why? It's because they are being taken from izindaba azenzayo and then bafakwa esikoleni from lento abakhule beyenza. And us, see no grade R, no grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. All these things is unnecessary. They are delaying us. But they are delaying us, and then 12 years in school, and then you're gonna waste another 4 years in university, another 3 years again looking for experience. By the time where else? China, my brother, you can find engineer on at 21 years. Ask yourself, how can engineer have 21 years? Where else, like South Africa, you found people on at 21 years who went to start no more university. But already in China, engineer on 19 years, engineer on 21 years. Yeah, because they are being taught lendo abayona ebuncaneni babo. Yeah. So for them, it's very easy for them to develop countries because they are producing engineers every year. They are producing doctors, but they even produce for other countries. Like what is happening in South Africa, we have Cuban doctors, we have Cubans, Cuban teachers, we have they are taking abantu bangaphandle bazobaletha South Africa instead of changing the educational system. Because even like South Africa, my brother, we as human labor or human intelligence can replace AI. Intelligent, yes, can replace it with our own intelligence, because people here in South Africa or people here in Africa, they are very intelligent. So white men were born intelligence in Africa, and then white labor system. Education is now. Okay, these people, they are very intelligent. The only thing we can do to them in order for us to control them, as implemented this educational system, as delay. Siba program ukuthi if ungawayanga esikoleni awukwazi kuba ilutho, yabo, because if you yabona mfethu eChina you will find a best engineer umhlaba wonke, uthola ukuthi singisa kasasa ufaka nje esikoleni ufundisa isiChina, ufundisha language yakhe, wafundiswa lento le ayithandayo, yabo. Uthola mfethu ingane encane ena 8 years ikwazi ukwenza inkomishi isasa esikoleni, lower grades. La we can't do that. We can't do. Ingane zethu azikwazi ukwenza lezo zinto. Ziyakwazi, they are capable of doing it, but their abilities have been paralyzed by the education system esinayo le South Africa. Now, how can we adapt with E4IR where else we are being paralyzed? Our intelligence is being paralyzed. Because I tell you, my brother, if South Africa can be like its own, stand on its own, South Africa can be ahead. Because there is too much talent in Africa, there is too much intelligence in Africa. But because white man is smart, all these great things that are happening, like technology improvement. Like igama sithi umlungu Ntswembu, abelungu baNtswembu buka nje imoto, abelungu, they all taking ama credits, not knowing ukuthi labantu they are very smart. Abelungu, they are not intelligent. Abelungu, they are smart and they are wise. Tina, we are intelligent, but because of them being smart, but umuntu smart uyakwazi ukuhamba phambili okudlula umuntu intelligent, because umuntu smart ucabanga ukuthi okay, I don't have the ability to do this, but I have a capability to paralyze ability yalo ukuze menza something. Yabo, kube uyena owenzela mina ukuze mina ngizothatha wonke ama credits. That's what happened to abantu abamhlophe. They came here in South Africa, they found all these natural resources, and then they used us. That is why they are in control. And because they were smart. Yeah, and it's very hard. It's very hard for us now. It's very hard. We can't because they are in control. They are even introducing E4IR, or where else maybe we should have introduced E4IR Gubon because of our intelligence. But now Baba smart ngokuthi they brought our systems azokwenza ukuthi thina senze njani sibe paralyzed, sitshela ukuthi nje izinto eziningi are impossible. Because uyabona bathi umuntu omnyama mawufuna ukwazi umqondo umuntu omnyama, hlala nomuntu omnyama phansi uxoxe naye, uxoxe indirect naye, you will see ukuthi umuntu omnyama uhlakaniphe kanjani, and then you will begin to realize and recognize ukuthi no, white people has paralyzed us ngalendlela yokuthi sicabanga ukuthi asikwazi ukwenza lutho, ibona kuphela abakwazi ukwenza izinto. So but what I can say ukuthi South Africa is very great in intelligence. uNkulunkulu sibusise ngokuhlakanipha kuyisimanga mfowethu. It's just that ukuthi nje umuntu umlungu waba clever ukuthi aparalyze ingqondo zethu ngento eyodwa nje ukuthi asiprogramme njengemfundo, hayi besibanjiwe ngemfundo. Yabo imfundo my brother sibanjiwe. Imagine they're saying education is the key, but we are paying for education. Where are we going to get money? Where are we going to get money? Maybe we are paying for education. Maybe it's those technical education. La khona iya khona direct yofunda leyo nto straight direct, not in abayo HSS, EMS, NS Tech, all those things unnecessary. Yabo mina ngikhule ngazi ukuthi I want to be a businessman. Mina mangikhule kuthiwa ufuna ukuba yini, ingane zazithi ukuthi I want to be a police, I want to be a doctor, I didn't know what to say because inside me I knew what I want to be a businessman. So ebuncaneni bami ukube ngangena ka grade 1 ngithi ngifika ngibe ngishawa nge-maths, ngishawa nge-accounting. Imagine ingane ina 6 years izofundisa i-maths ne-accounting, iyothi ithi ina 15 already leyo muntu uyobe sekwazi ukuvula i-business because useyazi yonke indlela yo business management. Yabo, but lezo zinto kumele siqale silinde 12 years before sikwazi ukuthi sifinyelele kuzona. Where else other countries they are ahead because bayasifihlela ukuthi ama systems abawasebenzisayo bayasifihlela, and then thina bashaya ngalezi zinto lezo ukuthi ukuze sizo like will always like stay behind. Yabo, so angazi mfethu ukuthi noma ngizothi scam or what it is.
Yeah, yazi my brother, uyishaye mfethu, ushaye so you hit the nail on the head mfethu. Ngeke azile my brother ngempela lapho ngoba ngempela mfethu yabo le educational system yethu njoba denkazi mfethu it's designed for the second revolution. It's so outdated ngalendlela. It's a pity because fanele umuntu ayelapha ko grade 1 and you ayelapha, but education system yethu mfethu it's pathetic mfethu, and it's so unfortunate because the leaders themselves they don't want just look at the classroom setting. Yabo umubheka mfethu the classroom setting mfethu isikole and lezi kole ezama double story. It's a pity because in overseas iy'kole zibhilwe like factories.
Exactly.
But it's taught inside. I'm talking about the structure. What is taught inside into ngathi more advanced than what are we taught here. Example, yabo umthatha umuntu umfaki uniform uthi discipline, na into fanele uyigqoke, this is what you need to wear and this is how you should function. Yebo, uyangena uhlala edeskini ulinde umuntu ozoma phambi kwakho, uyena owazi kakhulu ngaphezulu kwakho. Khona lento eyishilo my brother, of which is very profound, your statement othi la in Africa there's wealth of intelligence, my brother. There's this guy from a very small African country. I'm not sure he was from Ghana or Uganda. This guy has built a helicopter. And this guy, he was on the news. Why saying that? He also built a helicopter, or build an electronic car. Out of akazange esikoleni. He's coming from the dust, in fact. Kwakhonjiswa la ephuma khona. Kwathiwa this guy nak la ephuma khona. Mese khulunywa ngokuthi uphuma phi nalento. Kwathiwa apparently I think ubaba wakhe mechanic. That's where all this started. Back to lento ishoyo ukuthi into muyimodi sancane. Wayimolda ngendlela lento ade ukhuluma ngayo ukuthi ingane mfethu ifanele icheck ukuthi ithandani. Yabo, the more ingane ithanda izinto zokukhanda, iyabulala, iyabuka, iyafuna ukuhlanganisa, unjiniyera loyo, yabo. Ingane ethanda ukuthi iphathe izinto izakhe, yabo. There are many ways to understand ukuthi umuntu ekhula ngempela ufunani ngempilo yakhe. This guy, my brother, he has been approached by international companies now. Babukani, the intellect again. Bam approach him because he builds a wakhe mfethu from ama scrap nezinye izinto araise imali wathenga ezinye izinto wakha a helicopter ungangena kuyona nami engangena kuyona wakha a car yayizwa leyo angisi i-car sazi ukuthi imoto zakhiwa la overseas go Europe, German ban a guy from Mjondolo Mjondolo wase Ghana noma Uganda. And this guy, he built it, Anjali. So what I'm trying to say, my brother, Gambela, this educational system has failed us. And it's so unfortunate because Abanda Baslidayo, they still believe the educational system, this is the only way. And we're not going anywhere. Look at typical example globally. Look at the multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires of this earth. Yeah. Educational performance was pathetic. There are very few. No, ankola nokuthi bayadlula kulesandla ama multi-billionaire afunda abanama PhD. Ankola sayadlula. But most in fact to high profile multi-billionaires nase bashona yebo yona o Steve Jobs abakho Apple wena mfethu abazange baye esikoleni yabo o Henry Ford abakho Ford mfethu. These people they were failures mfethu, but they were failures in building empires, and eventually the empires are building. Siyayisebenzisa manje, we're using what they built decades and decades ago. Exactly. So it's all about determination, nokwazi ngempela ukuthi what you want to do and what you want to be in life. So kahle yabona nje the forward thinking engitheme ngithula ngicabanga ukuthi kahle the forward thinking kulento esikhuluma ngayo artificial intelligence, the fourth industrial revolution. There's many ways, in fact, awareness should be done and to benefit the disadvantaged, my brother, because people at disadvantage are biased land. So and there's lot and if we curriculum then molding and because the fourth industrial revolution is reduce crime. It's will reduce many current situations as are impacting our livelihood, in our well-being. But kodwa fanele abantu understand the land ingaveli impose wethina without ukuthi sinikwe the understanding ukuthi kahle yini lento yebo. But it's also a great opportunity as well for us youngsters, the entrepreneurs. When I'm let us look at the as much as it's good about the pros and cons, but as look at the benefits, man. What are the benefits of the fourth industrial going forward? Fourth industrial revolution going beyond. We're talking crypto. What does fourth industrial revolution speaks about cryptocurrency? About us trading as investors. What does that mean to us? It means good opportunities. It
Exactly.
means we are on the right path. But it's so unfortunate because some of us say but we are interacting, we are mingling with abantu at our age. Abasabona ukuthi everything is a scam phambi kwempilo zethu. Phambi kwempilo zabo. So how then we make sure ukuthi labantu that we interact with yabo peers ethu siyaba understandisa ukuthi, for example, typical example, what is Bitcoin? What is cryptocurrency? What is Ethereum? What are these coins? Why kunalama coins? What is happening? What is blockchain?
Exactly.
Because recently, saying not recently, in few years come, so basically voter manje using the blockchain technology.
Exactly.
Siqale ukukhuluma nge-blockchain years back. Abantu mesebelinda ama-ballot paper becanga ukuthi bazohamba omaka bofaka o-X lapha emaphepheni. So no. We're using blockchain technology. Abantu basangana amakhanda.
Yeah.
There are countries already in developed countries that are currently using the blockchain in terms of casting their votes. And in South Africa, it's also coming as well.
It's already here. Yeah.
So these are the things, my brother, that we actually need to look at and also make sure, Guti, as youngsters especially, we take the initiative to understand and educate our fellow peers, because the sense of the negative and pushback kwizinto abangayi understand. And it's so unfortunate because abafuna understand. If uqhamuka umuntu umtshena ngento blockchain, cryptocurrency, they think you ukhuluma China,
Yeah.
And umuntu akafuna ukulalela nokubuza because yonke into it's based on ukubuza what yini lento okhuluma ngayo.
Yeah.
And then umuntu musumkhombisa umfana ongafundanga owacreate Ethereum onabani ngicabanga una 21 lo mfana owacreate Ethereum. He's a multi-serious billionaire today. A young Russian guy. A young mumbuka la emgwaqeni ungayitshela ukuthi iphara. Muhlangana naye uyizacela uboqokile, but he's a multi-serious billionaire. He created a Ethereum coin. And that Ethereum coin is just below a Bitcoin currently. And watch the space. The space. Ethereum is going somewhere.
Ethereum is going somewhere, my brother. But so thank you very much for information. I think we're going to end here. There are a lot of things we need to break down first in the fourth industrial revolution. I think we have to come back for part 2. Because there are a lot of things that we need to unpack for people, but I'm sure ukuthi abantu sebenayo i-idea ukuthi masikhuluma nge-fourth industrial revolution sikhuluma ngani, and I am glad some people are interacting. I can even see comments, even though there is no questions, but I can see a lot of comments. People are interacting with us. Shu very certainly Madonna kuzoshuba siyakuzwa put bongs. Exactly, that's true. Very powerful, brother. Siboshiwo South Africa with education without skills. They're prolonging the process for us. When kumele president cha iqiniso yalikhuluma. Wena sino.
We need to take this show to another level and even go beyond that. Go beyond, my brother. Yeah.
No, my brother, we are going somewhere. That is why team show let's change the world. I am not changing the world, but we as a whole changing the world. That is why I say NK1 Show, let's change the world. Monday will never be the same again. Monday sebezowazi ukuthi abantu isikhathi sokuthi sifunde, isikhathi sokuthi sivuleke imqondo, isikhathi sokuthi sime sazi ukuthi simiphi and siyaphi. So we need to hold ourselves together, guys, for information like this. We need to unpack things like this. Truth needs to be spoken. Truth needs to be spoken because masikhuluma nje iqiniso we in jail. Yabo mangase sikhulume nje iqiniso we in jail. We are prisoners, we are slavers. So we need to break all those chains, and then we stand on our own, our own as Black nation. Africa needs to be known ukuthi Africa akuyona i-continent yokudlalelwa. Whenever they need to come to Africa with something, kumele bacabange kaningi, bangavele nje bazela kuthina and test things like thina as if like we are guinea pigs. So we need to stand as Black nation. We need to stand, bazi ukuthi abantu ukuthi soba, and we need to embrace ourselves. So this is why we have this show, my brother. Because of time, we shall reschedule another meeting with you, another interview for part 2, because we still need to talk about digital businesses, since everything is on gadgets now, everything is robotic, everything is and things are going digital. So in order for us to go along with E4IR, what we need to do to adapt with this revolution. So what we need to do, there are a lot of things that we still need to unpack. And blockchain, people they don't know what we need blockchain, crypto, they still don't know. Even though they have an idea, but yet they still don't know what is it exactly. When we say network marketing is the future, they still confused why. So that is why I said, let us talk about fourth industrial revolution. Network marketing, then they will know exactly what is kulumangani. They will know the difference between legitimacy and scam. So that is why I said as kulumenge fourth industrial revolution. On the same page, because ubaba wethu Ramaphosa akafuni kahle kahle ukusichazela. And another thing I also want to talk about COVID-19, not as a disease, not as a virus, but angibambe lapho my brother. But mfowethu ngiyabonga kakhulu. It's always
one thing. Thanks for the opportunity. I would like to say to kubalaleli mfethu bakho mabrother ukuthi ngicela they must pay very very careful attention. Bafake ibuku njengoba ngifake ibuku when it comes to my coins, the crypto coins, the crypto coin space, the crypto coin space. Truly speaking, my brother, unfortunately people are not aware. Yabo index with Bitcoin, lela coin selidlulile seliphambili. I'm tempted to talk ngale briefly. Bitcoin has passed us. Sizulile, unfortunately, it's a stage whereby abantu abayiholdayo bona ibona ba right. But for a new person, mutu safuna ukumina Bitcoin. Rather look at the other coins who are coming into space, or lawa corner up, at least Ethereum go down. There is an opportunity there. Thank you, my brother. Nginezizathu why bengisho kanje mfethu. Ngoba abantu abaningi basabuka Bitcoin. Forget about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is there. All day they are multi-millionaire and multi-billionaires. But now, in order for you, ukuthi nawe you celebrate at the end of the day, it's good uyibambe enye into isaqala. Look at the cryptos now underminwayo asangena kwi-industry. You watch the space. Kontezo kwenzeka.
Yeah, because Bitcoin ngesenza lutho manje. I think namhlanje 815,000 one Bitcoin. So ngesayibama we need to grow. Like my brother, kunama coins akhona nje. I've invested. I bought some of those coins. Actually, color coins. It came with NUI Bitcoin. It's mining Bitcoin, and then they came after the growth. From Bitcoin investing, people were investing in the company, and then they came with their own coins. I bought this coin. I think I bought about 100 coins. It was 4,500. I spent about 4,500 buying those coins. And I asked but I just bought coins. What if, even if it grows after 20 years? I know what my children they won't imagine.
It can't
my
be
brother says Vala. 2009. One Bitcoin worth 9 cents.
Yeah.
Today,
6. Yeah.
today, Bitcoin is 815,000 one
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Imagine umuntu wathenga ama-Bitcoin hundreds. That means that person has 485 million a bank for 100 Bitcoin.
Hey, Meo.
For
Asiye ngoba manje sonaba.
So khuluma ngayo next time leyo.
Yabo into ekhulumayo. Buka-ke
Yeah.
mfethu, buka. 2009 lento ishoyo. Sasibhizi sithenga labo rubbish bama-plastic bamavuvuzela. Hey malini vuvuzela 2009?
Yo,
40 rand. 40 rand ivuvuzela. How many Bitcoin you would have bought ngalo 40 rand? Njengoba yayi 96 cent Bitcoin.
It was gonna be like 48 Bitcoins.
48 Bitcoins. You're talking about 40 something million rands today.
Approximately 32 million.
First, yabo sasithenga amavuvuzela instead of ngabe sifocusa with Bitcoin. But ke yazi indaba sasingakholwa. My brother, ngiyayicela usibuye sikhulume le ama crypto.
It falls under fourth industrial revolution. I see value, my brother, for now. So bonana next time for part 2, where we're unpacking most of the things. I think maybe we're going to have other stages because we also need to talk about businesses and all these cryptocurrencies. But I think singayivala ngenxa yesikhathi and nanokuthi siqale late. So but thank you to everyone who's watching, guys. Before can you please, guys, share this video to your timeline? Please, guys, whoever is here, Ntogo, I can see you, Nontle, I can see you, Stembis, I can see you, Snow, I can see you, a lot of people, guys, Abakona, who are watching here. Please, guys, share this video for everyone, guys, to watch this. Everyone need to watch this. Thank you very much, guys. My brother, we shall meet next time. Thank you. Wow, what a interview! What an interview! Powerful info. A lot we have learned from you. Thank you very much. Say we are closing it now. Sizo Bonana, guys. Next week, same place, same time. NK1 Show. Oh yeah, we are changing the world. Please share, guys. Please share the video. Please share the video. Guys, please share the video with timeline and let people watch this video. Even if in our groups, Google, Facebook, share it in your timeline and also go on our groups. NK1 Show. We will see you next week, Monday at 9 o'clock. Thank you.
So we're going to the parasites, and I know it's going to be hard for you, but you got to cut them, period. Because they're going to suck the living daylights out of you. And then when you die, they might not even make it to your funeral. I'm just being real. They might not even make it to your funeral. Because they busy trying to find the next person to latch on to. I don't know what you want to do with them. That's your business.